All right, we're back. Episode 19 of Boots and Scarves. Pardon us for having a couple of breaks in between episodes. We did try. One, the weather was not really kind to us one day, and another time, well, we were just, a few technical difficulties behind the scenes, but we're back on track. So, first of all, shout out to Stefan. How are you today?
Yeah, you know me, beer.
Michael, the return. How are you, buddy?
Beer.
Beer. Are we going for the trifecta? Brendan, how are you doing?
I haven't had a beer in almost 2 years.
Oh, shit.
You're an
He's a
asshole,
liar.
Anton.
He's a liar. He's a dirty liar. He told me 2 weeks ago he had a beer at the parking lot with some guys from work. Fucking liar.
That's true.
And we're back. We are back. Oh, my God.
This is what happens when El Presidente's not around to give us a dirty look.
There's no mother to keep us in check. All the boys are out. Okay, so like I said, it's episode 19. It's the Island Games. Yes, referring to the CPL and how they just rebooted their season last week. Atletico Ottawa had a fantastic first showing. Third game tomorrow against FC Edmonton, rekindling that whole spiritual, experience.
Kill the rabbits.
Anyway, as usual, we have 11 questions. Everyone gets a chance to answer, and then we go around the table. The McCall brothers are back. So we've been anticipating this for quite some time. So we are.
I don't have my helmet to put on, so I can duck.
No tinfoil hat for stuff.
Helmet, not tinfoil hat.
Oh,
Helmet
come on.
about safety. Tinfoil hat's conspiracy. Get your hats right. Jesus wept.
Jesus did what? Anyway, we're gonna kick it off with Michael. Okay, so question one goes: if you were stranded on an island, which three players would you be okay being stranded with?
All right, so I'll go with Fisk because Fisk is a guy I've actually talked to, and he seems like a chill guy,
Yeah.
I'll go with Fast Shot as well. He was a guy who actually stuck around. He's going to stick around and shot it up and have some fun on that island. I could say Canpl, but I feel like there'll be an Epstein incident there. I don't think we could go that way.
Right.
Intent is everything, Michael. Intent is everything.
I think I'm going to go with probably one of the most high-profile players in the league. We'll go with Akuda.
Okay. Brendan.
I want to take the refs aside and have a nice little talk. That is not a fucking yellow card. I don't give a shit which refs. We need to have them all pulled aside and have a nice turn talking to. The refs are the ones that should be having conference calls at the end of the game explaining their actions.
Yes. Stefan.
Gonna go with Dixon. Come on, Jamaican. Gonna go with Irving because BBSC Player of the Year. He's a keeper.
Man.
And gonna go with Vachon because we've developed a rapport.
I'm surprised neither you or Michael said Baptiste.
No, honestly, when somebody asks me that question, all I can think is, okay, what kind of island? How big's the island? Do we have? What's the situation on the island? Are we just being dropped at a random fucking island, or is it a certain kind of island? What kind of fucking island is it?
Well, after Haiti fucked up Canada, I thought you guys might want to have a go at him.
Not really. It's not worth my time, and yeah.
Let's just say that the island is Curacao.
You took
then we could just bring Dwayne Rollins to the island.
because it's a fucking island. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar, there's the game of Scrabble. Now, stay with me. When you place your word on the Scrabble board, there's usually a score associated by how many letters that you put down and all that. Anyway, so the fun is each player on Atletico Ottawa has a score to their name, like a Scrabble score. So the question is, just Atletico Ottawa, each player would, score a certain amount of points on a Scrabble board. Do you think any of these players would score level or higher than their Scrabble score? Brendan.
Well, the fact that Acuna has the lowest level or lowest score of 7, I don't think that's doable. I don't think we have anyone who can put the ball into the net more than 4 times if we're lucky. No, just hell no.
No? Okay. Michael.
Yes.
Yes?
That's positivity.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Stefan.
I was just laughing because he can't wait for this answer. So here it is. 1. What on a Scrabble board, if you go certain ways, you get more points.
I want the old alphabet here, eh?
So you're getting more. So you're getting more points. So are we just using the numbers on the name, on the letters, or are we actually using the Scrabble board? So that increases the potential. But let's be realistic. The only way we're going to get that many goals if all the other teams just stood there like fucking pylon to go, oh, look, a bird.
Oh, you mean like how Ottawa showed up the last game?
Yeah, exactly. That's the only way anyone would get to their point system. I'm sorry. As much as I'd love to think that we could score goals, we can't even stop ourselves from getting yellow cards left, right, and center when we know when we're on a yellow.
I said going in we weren't going to have a goal scorer, and damn, they didn't show the last game.
Well, maybe we're trying to go for the record. Anyway, on to question 3, Stefan. Will Vitti accumulate the most yellow cards in the preliminary phase? If not, who?
Don't know. Depends who throws the first punch.
Cool. Michael.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. He's 2 yeses in a row. Brendan.
Well, if you look at it this way, I think Vitti has 1 right now. So if he was to get, say, 3 more, he's suspended for a game. So if he was to get 1 in each game, then suspended 1, that's another 4 games. That means you'll have 1 game left. So I doubt it. But I think Kapoor might actually give a good run in here. He already has 2 in the book. So
Oh, okay.
he's out the next game, but he is one hell of a physical player that I am really enjoying right now. So hopefully when he comes back, he can put more bodies to the ground.
Cool. I am with you on that.
Oh,
Okay.
his theme song is When the Bodies Hit the Floor.
All right. Question 4. Brendan again. So who on Atletico Ottawa do you think will rock the nicest haircut? And who do you think will have the dodgiest?
I like the whole Canpl thing, what he has going on. I think he has to tidy it up a little bit, though. I think it's Vitti who has something really, I don't get what the hell he has going on right there. It looks a little weird to me. Maybe it's a Spanish thing. I don't know. But I think, going forward, because right now, they're all, it's okay. Even Fists maybe looks a little weird to me, but I think Canpl has a lot of potential there.
Yes, he does. Stefan.
So, are you watching football or Hairdressers of Canada? I'm sorry. It's I made fun of Jack Grealish when he came on against Sheffield United. Look, it's a pasty hair bun. I don't really care what their hair looks like. I care that he can play the fucking game.
Okay.
They can have Julian de Guzman's afro when I first saw him playing for Canada and TFC, or they could be bald. I don't care as long as you put the ball in the net.
Look at your hair. It's obvious you don't care. Hair goes along with football. It has since the beginning of time. It all goes together. Every World Cup, everyone shows off, and you can't ever say a bad thing about Jerabel Cisse there. So I'll tell you this right now. Hair does matter.
Well,
Hey, I do like that Antoine tries it. He doesn't do the man bun, but he does his own style. He does more or less the, ooh, here's a human. Pick it up from the hair. Like
so
kind of a radish.
so shout out to Fellaini. Michael,
My answer for both is Acuna.
Acuna, dodgiest and nicest.
Cold.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm gonna ask all three of you if you raise your hand. Did you watch the first game? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Not Michael? Okay. Brendan.
I've offered him my one soccer account many times to go rewatch the games. This is his fault right now.
Okay.
I work.
I have a spare account.
Why?
Because technically the PBSC account is already my name. And I bought the collective, so I have two accounts technically.
Right.
But Jess has it, so
Okay. So Brendan, what was your opinion of the first match last week?
We played amazing. Way better than I thought we would. Definitely against a top 3 team. That left side when Fashion and Fisk and Acuna were connecting was amazing. Our back end of John and Kapoor absolutely dominated. Even Sabal, he stood on his head at a couple of moments. I found our weakest side was definitely the right-hand side with Hamilton. Michael, knock that shit off before I smack it off. But also going forward, we have no strikers. Shaw, he got the tapping from Acuna, but it was Acuna's run, and Fisk played it to him beautifully. Acuna just wasn't being selfish. We need a striker, that's for sure, going forward into next year. One of my favorite plays of the game, though, was when the ball went out for a throw-in on the left side, and all you heard the camera or one of the players from York was saying, "Don't let Acuna get it," and I just died and laughed because he was so dominant in that game. Nobody was able to touch him.
Right.
And with Fashion missing in the second game, you could really see how they were so easily able to pin down Acuna and really stop him from doing anything.
Right. Stefan?
well, we had that discussion at the bar, and it's like I was overall impressed. Yeah, we need to get that discipline, but to me, it's like, yeah, we need depth, but let's face it, did they even have any real scrimmages? And I don't mean against Ottawa, South United, top tier university level boys team. I mean,
I don't even think they did that.
no, exactly. This is them thrown into the fray. And so I was okay. I was like, okay, you know what? There's things we need to fix, but there's good things to build on. And I was impressed. And then I saw the last game, and now like, well, okay, you know what? You should be happy you're not playing in front of us.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
They would have been torn apart.
Thank
It's
God,
like
no relegation. Thank
Lose.
God, no relegation.
Lose 4-0. Go ahead and do it. But at least look like you want to give a fucking try and
Yeah.
show off.
Yes.
I
You
turned
guys
it off
didn't
at
move. You guys didn't look like you wanted to complete any passes. There was only one attempt on goal that was even worth another look at. Nacho Sabal had to stand on his head for 50 minutes, and then he was pretty much on out the drive for the rest. The game was a joke. They may as well have not even fucking shown up.
So
Yeah.
two games in, we can safely say our goalkeeper is man of match both times.
The first game I would say was Acuna. The
Yeah.
second game, hell yeah, Sabal. He played amazing the second game there.
I'd like to say something,
Go for
Go.
Well, I was gonna get to you, buddy. I was gonna get to you.
but I didn't think you were because I didn't watch the game.
No. I was gonna get to you. Like I am fair, but like
So okay. So I was working the game, and I was following this while Brandon was keeping me updated with the score. And on my lunchtime, I was like, okay, on my lunch I have an hour, so I could at least listen to the second half for my lunch. Like it's 45 minutes. I can listen to the second half for my lunch, and I turned it on TSN 1200. I turned it on, and it was right after the red card. And then Brandon messaged me to get the fuck off after I went to 2-2. And I did. And because it was very shortly after, very, very shortly after, I turned on the radio. York came back. So I will say sorry. I take full blame for that draw. We should have won.
No,
I
no,
can't
it's
give-
Graham's fault. We're
It is
blaming Graham
It is Graham. It's Graham. It's all Graham.
Why,
because
what do you do?
in our village chat, when we're up 2-0, he goes championes, championes. And
What?
when we went, and when we gave up that second goal, Megan turns around and goes, "Tell Nicole to castrate Graham."
Fucking
Oh, man,
Villa
he deserves an
twats.
ass kicking right now. Why the
fucking-
fuck would he do
He's a
that?
county twat.
46 minute in,
no.
and he's going. Oh.
No, I'm sorry. He was like, you're a chat. He's a fucking Villa twat. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I don't feel bad anymore. This is on ground. This is
Yeah, seriously.
I thought it was my fault. I thought I brought the bad luck. I was in the break room and somebody was with me, and he was listening with me, and I was like, "No, I'm fucking done." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "They just tied it." And he's like, oh, "Okay, yeah, no, you turned it on. Now this happens, and fuck this noise.
Yeah.
Fuck the grip."
I am sorry, but like let me just reiterate, like I'm not forgetting about anybody. I am giving everyone a chance to talk.
I know.
So don't,
I just
don't-
didn't think you'd get to me because I didn't watch the game.
No, not at all, not at all, not at all.
But I should be able to watch tomorrow's game. When is that?
1
At
o'clock.
1 o'clock. I'll be at the Senate.
When is the finals? Which
3 o'clock.
3.
Okay,
okay, ooh.
next
Pretty much
question.
right after.
Next
It's
question.
football Sunday, boys.
Let's see. All right, Stefan. So, do you believe that since the CPL away kits had a similar motif to them, is proof that CPL is quote unquote MLS light?
It's not that it's the motif. Like, I like the theme they had, like something city resemblance. Like, I'm wearing the away one. It's got the nice little Parliament, little 3D design. It's nice. What I don't like is that they're all black. I like that they gave it a theme.
Yeah.
But it is MLS light, unfortunately. It's coming out more and more and more. And you have all the Canpl fans going, great. We were kind of hoping not for Canada version of MLS.
Right.
We want
Down
Canada.
to Michael.
Yeah, I mean it clearly is, but you have to think maybe it's probably a cheaper option for the league, and I think that's where it kind of came into. I hate it. I honestly do hate it. I like Ottawa's jersey, and I think it worked for a couple others, but a lot of the teams it looks fucking stupid. York 9 looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
York's looks fucking ridiculous. Whoever
Edmonton
thought
looks
that was-
like somebody set off a fucking smoke bomb, though.
Edmonton's probably the second worst. Some of them just look fucking stupid.
Really?
And I don't know
I would put Calgary's as the worst one. You can't
No, I
even
didn't
see
mind-
the Rockies from Calgary.
I didn't mind Calgary's. Again, there was a couple cities that worked for Ottawa. I thought it worked very well with Parliaments. And you know what? If Toronto did something like that with the CN Tower, I think it would work. Unless your city actually has something like Parliament, like the CN Tower, it looks fucking stupid. Like, again, York's looks fucking ridiculous. If anyone likes York's jersey, they're full of shit. And I really hope they learn from this and decide to go a different paths. Well, I think the way that this has to learn is, Steph, don't buy that away jersey, but you already did. I think people have to don't buy into the away jerseys if this is what they're going to do. If you
To be
buy
fair,
them,
I bought
they're
the
gonna keep doing them.
collective, but let's put it this way. Do you ever see me honestly wearing that Stoke kit?
I like it.
I don't like
Oh.
Stoke because I'm not wearing the Stoke.
It's probably because we're Sunderland supporters, so we love the red and white stripes. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
Maybe.
That's
But-
fair. No, that's
and you know
fair.
what? If I actually thought about it because I always did get the collective, I would have got the away jersey because I already have the home jersey.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I think it works for Ottawa, but for a lot of the teams, it looks fucking stupid.
Okay. So cool. Brendan.
I thought you were about to skip me. I was gonna be like, okay, my opinion doesn't matter. But
I just stated it. What the fuck?
That
So,
would be the funny part.
I think when they were revealed, the first thing I messaged to Michael, I was like, this only works for Ottawa, and if Toronto was to have something like this, it works.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work with, just trying to grab anything like Calgary did. Oh, look, we have mountains around us, kind of. So let's give us mountains and whatever the fuck other people use the New York 9 map. And
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it, it's weird.
we live in Toronto.
So what I think is the worst. I don't think it's as bad as everyone thinks it is because of it being in the island games. I think it fits for what's happening because no team is really away. So I think having a designated black shirt, it actually works out for the island games. Now the only thing is unfortunate is that we already knew this was going to happen well before the island game was announced.
Right.
So we
It just
already
worked
knew
in the favor.
exactly. Would I call it MLS Light? No. But it is trending in that way. And I think the reason why people are calling it MLS Light, and I think the thing that pisses people off the most is when the Canadian Premier League started, they were so anti-MLS. They were like, fuck the MLS, we're going to be nothing like them. We're going to do things European style. We're not going to be on the same transfer window. We're not going to have the same calendar. We're not going to do the budgets. We're not going to have the designated players. We're not going to.
We're gonna do.
We're going to be our own thing, and we're going to do it more of the European style.
Yeah.
But the more and more the league goes on, it's like, well, this is very similar to what the MLS is doing, right? It's like,
Right.
I don't think if they would come out at the beginning and be like, listen, this is our plan. This is what works in this continent. This is how we know we're going to succeed. This is what we're doing. I think a lot more people would have been on board instead of them trying to lie to us, telling us that, listen, we're not, fuck the MLS, but here's some MLS,
These are things that work in the MLS that we should adopt. Best practices.
But they were so anti-MLS, and they're like, we're never going to be a farm team for the MLS. And so far, they've stayed pretty true to their word. We do not have a lot of MLSC loans. But the MLS loan players have done a really good job in the MLS and the CPL so far.
Yeah.
So we could see this trend maybe starting to, get more steam. Definitely in places like York, where they are really close to Toronto.
Right.
And they could pretty much still have a very tight leash on their loan lease if they decide to go that way. I think because of Ottawa having Atletico as their owners, there's less of a chance we'll do that. But you never know. And by the looks of it, the Canadian team, the Canadian League, as much as we have Atletico in charge and Mister in charge, it feels like the Canadian League really does control the transfers a lot more like the MLS does than what we thought was going to be happening.
Right.
Yeah, it's...
Okay. Brendan, I love listening to you speak so much. I'm going to make you speak some more. So, do you believe it was correct of the CPL to play their season in the form of a tournament?
How any other way was it going to happen, really? I don't understand if anyone was to be like, this should have been a full season. We have barely any time. If sorry.
Okay.
If what was reported was true, that this tournament alone cost $25 million,
Right.
like, are you insane? How the hell could we put a full season when traveling is such a restriction and everything right now in the country?
Right.
It would have never happened any other way.
Right.
So I think this is definitely the best way to do it. I hope that money isn't true, though, because if that's $25 million worth of, where is it gone?
Well, and where's it coming from? Right.
Well, the owners, right? The owners said that they were able to shed this first season, but if it was to continue, they can't, and the league would pretty much close down, right?
Yeah. I got
But so the owners, I have a feeling, had a big part in this, and they all coughed up, divide 25 by 8 if that's the scenario.
Right.
And I think like I said, I think this is a lot more MLS-y than what we thought it was, where the owners have a say, but they don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It looks good.
It looks good. Just
No, okay. I played. No. Brandon's right. It's I think it was really the only option. I I don't see any complaints about it. I don't see anyone complaining. I don't know who would complain about it. We got a season where this was at some point possibly not happening. So we got a season. Shut up, enjoy it, and watch it if you can, you know?
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the brothers have agreed on a question. It'll never happen again, so please take your screenshot. All right, Steph.
No, it was the right choice. Let's face it. It's a second season. They brought in a brand new team. They need that marketing. Even if it's a silly little tournament, they need it. So I do like how they did it, though. It wasn't like a round robin, then playoff structure. It's round robin and second round robin.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised to see it like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's intrigued me. If I saw a round robin in a standard playoff format, I wouldn't give two shits. But round robin, then another round robin? Ooh. This is
And I just want to
interesting.
say, so far, I think One Soccer has done a great job on covering everything. The people that they've hired to commentate the post games and the pre and post games, I think have been amazing. They've got a lot of TV rights coming this year. They're playing over in India. Fox has picked up some games.
Yeah,
CBC, CHGH. They've done a great job on delivering that
if anybody knows this guy, Martinez, the Peruvian, he's a photographer that walks around. He's always saying hi to us. He's always interacting with us, always taking pictures of our group and sending us the pictures. And say, yeah, use it, use it, use it. And he puts a very small watermark. He messaged me. He has an Android box. So if you have an Android box and you want to watch the games, go for it. It's on Fox. You can get access to it.
The one downside I think on One Soccer so far is the guy who's been commentating most of the games that I've seen. He's pretty fucking shit. I don't know who that is.
He's Gareth Wheeler. He's a Man U fan.
There should be two guys in the box and actually talk about the game. The shit that he repeats is absolutely ridiculous. I think
here we go. Antoine, can two guys fit in that box?
Every single Pacific game, he brings up the fact that TMG started 27 games out of 32 for the Fury last year. He had 1 goal and 1 yellow card. How much time do we have to hear that?
The last game, he's talking about the World Cup qualifying. I don't care. Talk about the game.
Yeah, he barely talks about he doesn't talk about the play-by-play. It's like, what are you fucking doing, bud?
Oh, there's a reason why he left TSN.
Like, seriously, we could be commentating the game right now, and it would be the exact same thing. Like, that's exactly what we're just talking about nonsense.
Word for word. All right, Stefan, name a team that has impressed you so far and a team that has disappointed you so far.
Impressed, Calvary. Disappointed, us.
Us? Okay. Michael.
What? Mr. Negative over there?
Someone who's
it's that 4-0 lead. Like, come on, loss. I'm sorry. I had to turn off the game to go to work, and we're down 2-0 with, what was it, 7 minutes left? I get to work. Wow, it's 4-0. I'm sorry. If I was coaching the team and my team gave up that much, I don't think they'd be allowed to go to bed. I think they'd have a blanket and a pillow, sleep on the fucking field. No hotel for you, and I don't care if it rains.
I really hope Mista really fucking drilled it into them in whatever language he could. Because
push-ups, sit-ups, burpees.
It was such that game was so disappointing. When I'm at work and I turn off my phone just to stop notifications and wait 6 hours for it to be posted on One Soccer just to watch the game and be so let down like that. Yeah. It's like they didn't even try. They didn't do shit.
No, they didn't.
They were playing the League One Ontario side. What happened?
Hold on. Michael, your answer.
Right. Before I go into my answer, I want to say I knew Brandon was ready to watch that game. And I knew the score. And I was so close to texting to say, don't even waste your time. But I didn't want to be that douchebag. I've had that happen to me where I stay away from the score and I record it or whatever and go home to watch it. And then I've had people spoil the game for me. I wasn't going to do that. but I did want to save you that time. Anyways, the question. Oh, team that's impressed me. I don't know. Team that I'm disappointed with is Ottawa. I haven't been able to watch any, obviously, but just from what I've heard or highlights, it is pretty disappointing that you start off your franchise with a draw and a loss, but the draw that you had the lead by 2 goals, and the loss was a huge one. Yeah, it's a little disappointed.
Cool, Brendan.
So I'll go with the team that's impressed me so far. I would actually stick with Steph there and say Calvary. I thought last year when they were going in, I knew they were going to be a dominant side, but only because half of the team was from the foothills. So that chemistry was already there. They already knew how to play with each other. And then you saw at the end of last season how they kind of died off, how Forge really came into charge. Fuck you, stuff. So this year, the fact that they're able to continue it, I'm actually kind of impressed. The team that's let me down the most is obviously Ottawa, but the team that I expected to do more that isn't is Pacific. You know, after they brought in Diaz and Dixon and TMG and a healthy Dejan, they're finally able to play. And they brought in Bustos. They played well every single one of their games. I'm amazed how they haven't been able to pull away with a win yet. And the fact that they only have 2 draws, I'm actually pretty shocked that they're sitting at 2 points right now.
It's like Villa and corners. Can't defend them and can't score on them.
All right, Michael. So, in your opinion, do you believe having the stadium overlay is meant to make the CPL look bigger than it actually is, and to attract casual fans to get into watching CPL footy?
Yes.
Do you think so?
I don't understand what's happening.
So you know that overlay on the stadium where it has like the seats covered.
A CG
right. Okay.
stance.
Okay.
Yeah. So
The whole stadium.
So do you think it's just meant to make CPL look bigger than it actually is? Sort of like what the NBA and what the NHL are doing.
Right. I haven't seen that in any of the CPL. I don't think they've had any of the highlights that I've noticed.
And they have.
Okay, well, I haven't seen any of the highlights that I've watched.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea
that
they were
Just wait till
doing
you
it.
watch the game tomorrow. Wait till you watch the game tomorrow.
Would I notice it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, can we get back to me tomorrow?
Okay. Brendan.
Honestly, okay. So watching the first game when I was looking at the stadium, I honestly didn't know. I thought that was like the legit stands for a second until the ball disappeared. I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" And then I clicked, and then there was like a shot where he's like got close up all the players. I was like, "Where the fuck the stands go?" So I actually like the looks of it. I like looking at a stadium, you know, we're USL supporters essentially, so we're used to empty stadiums. So watching it is no difference. I like looking at like the stadium. It's fine. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it would have been better just to watch it natural. It's like,
Yeah.
they're in fucking Nova Scotia or PEI. There's no scenery there. Like, they're not on the fucking riverbank here. They're literally in a dusk farm field, it looks like.
Not
So
like,
let's
it's
calm
not
down.
like Pittsburgh where they have a freight line running beside the field.
Exactly. It's not like there's a nice view. So are they trying to act bigger? No, they're just trying to put on a show for us to enjoy. They're not acting big.
No.
All right. Steph.
Yeah, it's all right. Like they put in the money and you're dealing with CGI. I think they're doing well enough as it is. Like one soccer is not something I'm going to go home and write to mother about at all.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing okay, and they can only get better. They get worse, and that's a whole different discussion we're going to have. But they're trying, and you can watch it without the overlay as well.
Mm-hmm.
The overlay is for show. It's, look at our teams, look at the banners that we have up. If you pay attention to the screens, I know BBSC sent a couple pictures in of our banners we actually have, our flag, our logo, members of our group sent in pictures. So Hey, look, we're on the big screen. That's CGI, Ma. But you know what? They're trying something, and faint heart never fucked a pig.
That is a fact. Now, Stefan again, and I'm asking you first because I know this is something right up your alley. So, would you support the idea of having a trophy competition between the Ontario sides, alike the Cascadia Cup?
Fuck to the hell no.
No? Okay.
What history do we have?
Well, where are you going? Nowhere.
Exactly. There's nowhere to go. There's no history yet. Like, let some derbies build up. Let us fucking hamstring Hamilton that they can't win the champ. They can't win the final. Let's ruin York Nine's chances of making the playoffs while we're dead last. Let's do that a couple years, or vice versa. Let's earn that derby.
Playoffs, dude.
Yeah, we have to earn that derby to have that friggin' cup. I saw this posted in one of those Canpl groups I'm in, and all I can think is, you just want to have a trophy to say, look, we won a trophy. Fuck off.
That's literally it. Yes. Michael.
Oh shit! What I do?
Sorry,
Michael fucked it up. Michael fucked it up.
Am I back? Hi.
Yes, you are.
So,
You've been
okay,
revived.
no, fuck no. God to the hell to the fucking no.
All right, we're 2 for 2.
Now, if we say, like Steph makes it sound like he wants it in the future or potentially in the future, and my answer would still be the same. Hell to the fucking God, no.
No.
It's stupid. It's petty. It's American. It's I don't know if you want like some extra games for that, or whoever wins the season whoever wins the most games throughout the season gets that trophy.
That's how it works.
Okay, yeah. Well, I will boycott that trophy ceremony for sure. Don't give trophies for stupid. That's a participation trophy. That is what that is. That is a participation trophy at its fucking
But what if
finest.
they gave a trophy competition between Newcastle and Sunderland?
No, don't give a shit. Because it won't happen. Because
We'll call it the horse punching trophy.
We don't have it at any other sport. We don't have it any other league. I mean, I'm sure the MLS has their stupid shit, but fuck
Trillium Cup. Woo!
If I see any Ottawa player lifting a trophy because they're excited to beat their rival, it's fucking stupid.
All right.
Fuck off.
Brendan.
Steph's right. We should have it in the future. In the future, when there's promotion and relegation, and Ontario sides are the only ones fighting for it. Fuck off. We could give that trophy out once the NHL starts raising a banner for the 8th place. That'd be a great one. Or how about
We made the playoffs.
We're in the playoffs, boys. Okay, how about this one? They give that trophy out. I would take a shit in the bag in the washroom and throw it on the pitch and hand that out after every game. That's what we want. Fuck off.
Okay. A breath. Take a breath.
I think this is why we don't do our podcast this late, because we get into it.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, the girl is not here. And when she's not here, these two start agreeing on shit. And they're saying, oh yeah, he's right. Like, that doesn't make any sense. All right, we're down to the last question of the day. Thank you all again once for your time and effort as well. It's greatly appreciated. So, Brendan, realistically, excluding Quebec City and Saskatoon, which Canadian city would be your option to award an expansion franchise?
I think we've had this question before.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's possible. I think one team that from what I've seen online that's making a good push was London FC.
All right.
And just the fact that they all have LFC, or what was it? What?
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? It's
Yeah,
like LF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it was something like that. I can't remember. It was Forest FC. It was FC.
London
Yeah,
Forest.
Yeah. I like that, but I think it's a hard question. Like, I think all the major cities that should have a team have a team. So anyone that's come, except for Quebec and Saskatchewan. So I think another team out east or further out east would be nice.
Yep.
Because they deserve a pro team just to compete in a Canadian league. You know, the CFL doesn't want to do it, so why not us?
Hey,
I think that's pretty much the only other way. And honestly, if anyone, I'm getting fed up with people suggesting American cities like Buffalo or fucking Alaska
yeah.
or allowing Detroit to join us. Do
We
they not
said
get them?
that.
I've seen it posted a couple times on Reddit mostly, but it's like, do you guys not get the memo? It's in the title.
Canadian. I mean, English
Well,
Premier League,
but-
we have the
but-
Welsh
but-
teams,
but
right?
you
well,
have
to be
Canadian
fair,
teams in
hold
the
on. To be
MLS.
fair, Anton and I know a military brat, Amanda. She grew up in Alaska. And she would say, well, Alaskans think they're Canadian anyway.
Like, I was going to say something, but I can't remember. Either way, I've seen some people say, well, you know, you have Canadian teams in the MLS. Like, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Those are market shares.
Because
Well-
because you guys would try and push American players, while the MLS pushes American players on the Canadian teams.
Right.
So,
But also,
completely
like,
different.
well, it's like the Premier League as well. The only reason why you have Swansea and Cardiff and shit like that is because there was no Welsh league when they started up. So
And
they
the
had to
Welsh
go
League
play somewhere.
started 90, 91, I believe.
Yeah, so like, where else were these teams supposed to play? Like, if they want to be competitive.
All right, stuff.
I was going more for Barrie because of the GO train.
Nice.
But then Brendan was talking about the East Coast. And you know what? Go with St. John's, New Brunswick.
Okay.
Port City FC.
Okay.
And they got a decent industry. They got a nice local derby with Halifax. You can build that up.
Absolutely.
And if you're smart in booking, Ottawa has a road trip of 2 games in 2 weeks. One Saturday you're in St. John's, the next Saturday you're in Halifax.
They would have to do that if they went coast to coast. Really, they would have to make sure that the road trips, like the NHL, so they're not going to California one day. You know, they do the California trip all in one trip.
Yeah,
They
but
would
can you
have to do it
imagine
that
you?
way.
Look, dude, I'd be down for that fucking vacation to the East Coast. Roll into St. John's on the Friday, go to the game on a Saturday, relax during the week, go hard the next Saturday in Halifax, go home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if my liver could survive. You might have to put me on the donors list. the one
Okay.
that person needs a new liver.
And Michael.
Yeah, I think the other two said good options with London and Barrie, but I don't really want to see this be an Ontario league. We have quite a few already, and if more expansions come to Ontario, we'll be the London of the Premier League. We'll have all the top teams in London.
But we are already the London of the country. We
are.
have the most options.
We are, but I'd like to see us branch out to other areas, even go to smaller areas.
The
out
Soo.
west.
Small until we
Go to the
succeed
Soo.
big.
Large Italian population.
I'd go find another team out west. Get another team in Alberta, maybe. It's possible. I think we can find places, especially out east. St. John's would be a really good one. I think maybe somewhere in New Brunswick as well. We could see it happening. Newfoundland as well, hopefully. But right now, it's if we keep growing in Ontario, I don't know where this league will go in the future. In that sense.
Yeah, to be fair though, with Ontario, that's where the money is. Unfortunately,
No, I get that. I do get that. But if we bring a promotion relegation, and it's Ontario teams with the money, it's Ontario teams that's attracted everyone. What is that going to say for the league in the future?
So what if they put down something like, all right, we want to expand, and Barrie says, well, we want to expand, and they're like, dude, we have a lot of Ontario teams, and Barrie says, what if we got a non-Ontario team on board as well?
I don't think we should turn down any Ontario teams. My point is I think we should try to find owners in other areas because I think Ontario's going to come.
Well, more or
London's
less.
going to say yes.
So
Barrie
what
will
I'm
say
trying to
yes.
say is if we have an Ontario team being brought in, we should have a non-Ontario team as well.
If possible, yeah, because I know
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
Altitude's
mean
one
is,
as well. I think we could. I think we could build a lot of cities in Quebec with this as well.
oh yeah,
I think the Ontario teams will grow, come and go. Quebec as well.
I know
think
a
we should
few
look for
Montreal
owners for
ultras that don't want to deal with the MLS. They hate the MLS.
Yeah, so I think if we look for owners for specific places, the league will grow better as the other teams will come in naturally.
Right.
We said before on multiple podcasts my love of how the OHL works.
Yeah.
I think before we expand, we need to develop that lower league.
Yeah.
Use the OHL, the junior hockey league premise, and we'll find the markets.
I don't
You
think
never know.
can
We
look
might
at it the
have
same
huge
way.
markets in the prairies versus Ontario.
You can't look at it the same way. The reason why is you look at how many people grow up playing hockey in this
Oh
country.
yeah,
and
no,
even
I
players,
know that, but
even
I'm
players,
just saying they
no, I
do
know, but what I'm trying to say, like even players from like Russia and America, they eye the OHL, they eye the CHL to come and play here. We get the top youth. We're not getting top football players, and our Canadian football players is nowhere near the top. It's
No,
except
but
for
more or
a
less,
lot of Joe Baby.
it's
So
it's
you can't look at it the same way because the attraction is completely different for the players.
no, of course, I'm not saying use the attraction, but I'm using
But the way you're saying that,
logistics.
the way you want to grow it, you
Yeah,
want to have a good foundation, but that foundation isn't going to happen the way you're saying it.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. More or less, I'm trying to say the logistics. We need,
Okay.
in the end, we need logistics. I don't care how pretty the league is or how ugly the league is. Can it work? Can we make the travel feasible for owners, for
Well, the fact that they
sponsors?
can spend $25 million on a tournament, I think this league is a lot better off than a lot of us thought.
Yeah, I don't think they're in the black. I think they're very deep in the red.
Let's point out a couple things. You guys alluded to London.
Yeah.
London on its own, if they really wanted to, could have a league of their own, just in that city. And yes, Ontario as a province is the London of Canada. But however, the sad fact is our London is still second to the London over there. So
Anton, are you telling me there's no crying in football?
there's definitely no crying in football. Anyway.
Someone should tell Neymar that.
But he's broken. He's made of glass. Anyway, thank you guys once again for another fun episode of Boots and Scarves, episode 19 of the Island Games. That's what the tournament is dubbed, I guess. Anyway, I wanted to point out BBSC is going to be having a viewing party tomorrow. What time at the pub?
The kickoff's at 1:00. I'm gonna be there an hour beforehand. It all depends when this gets loaded up. So if you catch it after the game, sorry, but just let people know we are planning to work around things.
Cool. And you wanted to mention something else.
So unfortunately, Jess is not here. She did a lot of legwork on this.
Way to go, Jess.
Woo! El Presidente. So if you all been paying attention to all the Auto Atletico and Canpl stunts during COVID, Jess was given a Atletico Ottawa jersey, and she donated it for charity for the group. So right now, we had it customized and signed by Anton Copeland. We're raising money for a few of our members' soccer association, Association Soccer Gatineau. So kids, youth football, supporting local football. So it's a signed medium. So if you wear a medium, it's not going to fit you.
It's going to squish you.
Yeah. But you can.
It's
It's a
going to
nice
look better on your
collectible.
wall than you.
It's a nice
You
collectible.
don't wear signed jerseys. You frame them. You hate them. You cherish them.
I have a signed jersey, and I have yet to wear it.
Same here.
So, no, it's a nice. It's going to charity. We're not keeping any of the money at all whatsoever. The money's going directly. The raffle tickets were donated. the jersey was given to us. The team paid for the customization. So all the money we raise is going directly to the organization. So go to our website, bytownboys.ca. It's on our front page. All the information. If you're on Facebook or Twitter, look us up at Bytown Boys SC. You'll see the imagery. And voila. We're supporting local football. Yeah, we don't have football to watch, but at least we could still support local organizations.
So, and just to echo what he was saying, yes, find us on Facebook and Twitter by Tom Boys SC, at Boots Scarves on Twitter for us for our podcast. Thank you all once again, Brendan, Michael, and Stefan. Shout out to El Presidente Jessica. I know she's busy at the moment, but she was very instrumental in organizing a lot of the stuff that we're mentioning. Episode 19, Boots and Scarves, The Island Games, signing off. Thank you.
Fuck you, Graham.
It's a fucking